All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's the season to give, and an organization that has done such fine work since 9/11 is now stepping up and going above and beyond. And we're joined by Vice President of that organization, Vice President of Operations for the Stephen Siller Tunnel to Towers Foundation, John Hodge. John, great to see you, sir.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming. All right, your group, which we'll get to the genesis and the history behind your group, but you are hoping to raise, well, you're paying off the mortgages of the 2 police officers that were killed here in New York, and you're looking to raise $800,000, not just to take over the mortgages, but to pay them off.
Pay them out. Pay them out. Just get rid of them for the 2 families. The Tunnel to Towers Foundation, one of our signature programs, is we build homes for the most catastrophically injured service members coming back from Iraq and Afghanistan. So we have a lot of experience in this area, and we know that in really stressful times such as this, one of the things that people really are concerned about is home and food.
Yeah.
And in this particular case, while Governor Cuomo was visiting the Liu family the other day, this is one of the concerns they identified to him, which he then translated, which was reported on, which is, quite frankly, they were worried about paying their mortgage. So when we saw that, and we said, let's get together, and the foundation got together, and we said, let's do for them what we're able to do for these service members all over the country, which is to give them the keys to home and say, there's no debt, it's all yours, it's free, it's yours now and forevermore. And we decided to do that. So that's what we're doing.
It's a wonderful thing. Talk about how people could help in that effort. Where do the website, to go to the website, make a donation?
We have a couple different ways they can do it. They can go to our website, which is Tunnel, and then the number 2, and then the word Towers, Tunnel to Towers. Google anything having to do with tunnel and towers will come up. You'll find us. Or you can call on your phone, toll free, 844-BRAVEST.
That's easy.
844-BRAVEST, yeah. Or tunneltotowers.org. And you know, it's interesting because the money is coming in at a really great pace. We're now upwards of $300,000 since we announced on Friday.
That is great.
And it's coming in not only from every state in the country so far has donated, but from countries around the world too. So people are really following this, and this has really touched their hearts.
And it's a hard time of year to undertake this, correct?
It's a very difficult time of the year to undertake it. But you know what? I mean, for the second you start thinking about the difficulties in doing that, you think of what these poor families are going through this time of year, and they will remember this time of year for the rest of their lives.
Absolutely. Talk about the, as I mentioned, how the Stephen Siller Foundation at Tunnels to Towers started.
Sure. This is really a story about a hero helping other heroes. Stephen Siller was a firefighter who on September 11th was off duty, heading home to play golf with his brothers in Staten Island, New York. Heard the call on the scanner of the pickup truck about what was happening at the World Trade Center. He turns his pickup truck around, goes back to Squad 1 in Brooklyn, picks up his gear because all the fire trucks had rolled to that point, gets out on the Brooklyn-Queens Expressway to get into Manhattan through the Battery Tunnel. As he gets closer to the tunnel, traffic is stopped absolutely everywhere. He gets out, leaves his keys on the front seat of the truck, just abandons it right in the middle of the highway because he had nowhere to go with it, puts on that 60, 65 pounds of gear, and he starts to run. And he wound up running from the highway through the tunnel. Ultimately, was picked up by another fire truck, made it to the World Trade Center, but both he and his 11 other brother members, firefighters from Squad 1, all perished that day.
And it's such a wonderful thing. You know, I drive through the Lincoln Tunnel, and I'm always reminded when it's that time of year because the sign, you know, the Tunnels to Tower sign that says when it is. And so talk about the event, because the event it's just thousands of people show up and make that run.
Well, we're very proud of it, and it's something that has really grown. What we did was, because of Stephen's heroics and bravery and what he did that day, is we decided that we would start a 5K and retrace his final footsteps.
Yeah.
So that's really what we do. We retrace his steps. It starts out on the Brooklyn-Queens Expressway, through the tunnel, through the streets of Lower Manhattan, and ends up at the World Trade Center, or it was the World Trade Center. The first year we had about 2,000 people there. Last year we had upwards of 30,000 people.
That's just amazing. It really is. And it's a testament to your organization and what you do. Tell the people again, we put up the website and a page from your website up on the screen. If we could do that again, give the website and the phone number one more time.
Sure, I'm going to look right into the camera. How's
that?
No,
go ahead.
Okay. There we go.
Yeah.
Called Tunnel to Towers. No. We want you to go to tunneltotowers.org.
There it is on the screen, yeah.
Okay, very important. Go to tunneltotowers.org or call toll-free 844-BRAVEST.
844 Bravest, and you're almost halfway, 300,000 and plus towards 800,000. And again, folks, you know, if you're touched by this, if you have police where you are, and you all do, let your hearts be touched and participate in what this great foundation and John is doing for these families, so they won't have to worry themselves with the mortgage. And that's one thing out of the way in their grief. John, great to see you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I hope you raise well over $1 million. All right, John Hodge, ladies and gentlemen. When we come back, okay, we're going to speak with Colin Flaherty. Haven't had Colin on in quite a long time, but I'm interested to get his take on everything since, you know, all the unrest in the country, the tension. He's the author of White Girl Bleed a Lot, and he's next. Don't go away.